We are live from the Kianis Ice Arena here in Socrates, New York for the final matchup of today's Day 1 Marathon right here on the LI Sports Network. It's a face-off between the John Jay Patriots and the East Islip Chiefs. Mike Calandra here ready to bring you the action. Vinny Matula running the board. Nick Quinn on the camera. Dylan Flynn bringing you the entertainment from the penalty box area, in control of the music that's being played throughout this facility all day long. And he's also down there announcing the penalties and other scoring entities that this game will be seen throughout all night long. So, East Islip Chiefs, what do we know about them? Well, we know about that they're one of the top teams that finished in the standings. They had a bad ending, falling to Connecticut Sayville in the quarterfinals by a score of 2-0. And despite tremendous goaltending by Steven Squilante, they still couldn't get the job done. However, this is a chance for them to bounce back and come in more motivated than ever, and we got a chance to see that in full display today against the best team up here and the best team undoubtedly from this past season's 2021-2022 campaign, the Northport Huntington Tigers, taking them to overtime where they lost 4-3 on a goal by Michael Meyer. And East Islip had big goal scorers providing the energy. Thomas Ivers, Ryan Anatra, and you'll be expecting a lot of those playmaking stars making an impact in tonight's contest. Frank Alessi, Jacob Brahmi, the two captains, the leaders, looking to end their farewell tour on a high note. The same can be said for Steven Squilante, another impending graduate in nets. And also one thing we noticed today, the first time this team came out against Northport Huntington, a new look. A fresh new look that has caught the human eye from every aspect. Whether you're watching from home, up here with us in the press box, although that's for limited members only, or people that are in the stands. Those jerseys are beautiful. Very new, very flashy. They really catch everyone's attention. I think that's the message they're trying to send. Don't doubt us. Look at us. We want to be recognized as a dominant force. And let's take you back all the way to the beginning of the season where they beat St. Anthony's 5-2, led by the offensive surge. 2 goals from Jacob Brahmi, tremendous goaltending by Steven Squilante. And we might see that again here tonight against John Jay, a team that struggled heavily against the St. Anthony's Friars. That same Friars team that went down to Northport Huntington 6-2 is going to be playing the East Islip Chiefs, in this case John Jay. I hope I'm not confusing everyone that's watching at home or listening to the broadcast. We can only assume what, at this moment, we assume the starter for the Patriots will be, got my stat sheet right here, Jacob Banco, while the East Islip Chiefs will rely on Steven Squilante to make some big plays in nets. And make no mistake, he'll have a lot of help courtesy of that heavy-powered arsenal led by Thomas Ivers, the leading points getter, Jacob Brahmi, a pure goal-scoring sniper. And let's not also forget to mention Sean Smith, on the offense. Frank Alessi on the defense. Nicholas Yuskovic. A team that's loaded with talent, but overlooked because they didn't live up to those expectations come playoffs. They were overshadowed by the Thunderbirds, who went on to play the Friars in the finals. So there you go. That's your trending storylines when it comes to East Islip. John Jay, all we know is that they're from the Hudson Valley High School Hockey League Conference, and they performed very well, and I'll definitely have more of a chance to talk with the team throughout the weekend when I get to call more of their games here up in Saugerties. The two coaches, in the meantime, are strategizing for the first 15 minutes of play. East Islip, led by head coach Robert Miller. And on the opposite bench, you have William Gillette manning the ship for the Patriots. East Islip Chiefs donning their luminescent red jerseys with their famed logo and team colors shining under the lights right here in Saugerties, New York, as we begin this contest with East Islip. Trying to get a hold of the possession as John Jay makes their presence felt down low. Here's Chris Trahey, number 41, able to spin this one out of the zone, trying to push it forward is worse, and he got taken to task right there along the glass. Pardon me, that was not Andrew Worst, but number 18 in this case for East Islip, that's Ryan Clark. Clark positioned in front, he'll look to get his name on the board. He's had a few performances throughout the season where he's collected numerous points and goals for his squad. Lawrence Lena trying to get a hold of it as here's Frank Alessi heading off to the bench for a line change as John Jay tries to motor back into familiar territory. Frank Lacerbo. Here's Sean Smith with a chance, and he takes his man down to the ice while trying to make the play and getting the shot off. This one's kicked around in the corner by Abrami, but it's John Jay who's able to punt this one out of the zone, and it'll be regathered on the stick of James Sturrock. Sturrock lays it onto the stick of Yuskovic. Yuskovic had trouble pushing that one out of the zone as John Jay tries to get something going, and they will get some help here on the penalty committed by East Islip. So a tough start for the contest for the Chiefs, as Nicholas Yuskovic, the alternate captain, commits the penalty. He'll sit in the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. That's if John Jay doesn't capitalize before the penalty expires. Benko looked like he was going to cover it up. Instead, he elects to push it forward, and this helps John Jay gain the zone. Save made there right off the blocker by Jack Panulo. I think there is an obvious difference as to who starts in net for the Chiefs, and it's just by clear indication of the colored equipment that each goaltender wears. Jack Panulo donning the white gear, white helmet, white blocker, glove, mask, pads, while Steven Squilante is wearing the dark colored gear. But I think that's easier said than done to determine who is in net and who's not in net. So, as we see in this tournament so far, East Islip is going to utilize the two-goal tandem two goalie tandem, splitting the rights between Panulo and Squillante, and right now it's paying off as Panulo made a couple stops right there. Now we have a jousting match in the corner as everyone's trying to take the puck free inside the corner, inside that little scrum along the wall. Sent back to the point. This one couldn't be tossed further. Another chance in front got blocked inadvertently by a John Jay player. East Islip is able to push out of the zone and get back into Miller territory. Worst tried to pop it across to no avail. He tried to get it to Luke Ferrazzi, and Ferrazzi throws the muscle against June as Frank Alessi will attempt to regather it. He's able to spin it under his control before setting it onto the stick of Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi banks this one back onto the stick of Alessi and then gets the feed back. Here's Ferrazzi looking ahead, and he's got Worst. Worst is taking the task in the end boards. Dominic Magro down low. Another all-star player for the Chiefs as that one was sent wide of the goal. Shot from the point, and this one just redirected wide of the cage. Close call right there for close call there for Panulo. East Islip. Trying to kickstart something here in the first period. I've almost gone 7 minutes without registering a goal. Something John Jay is getting the benefit of, as it only took St. Anthony's just a few minutes to get on the board in their early morning contest, as this gets knocked out of play and will stop the clock. A heated Robert Miller trying to instill some fire in his squad, as right now it's a pretty tight contest between a team that was heavily outmatched, as I previously mentioned this morning against St. Anthony's. Team heavily outmatched is putting up a good fight against them. East Islip flipping this one over was Alessi, and now trying to pick it up and get it into the other end with Sturrock. Instead, it's June who tosses this one back into the Chiefs zone. It'll go for icing. One is skipped out of the zone, and trying to hunt it down was Wright. Jacob Rami wheeling and dealing. He scores! Jake Abrami. Chiefs strike first. Long Island Rebels product, who is representing his school tonight, gets his team on the board first here in the day's final competition. It's the start the Chiefs are looking for, as they'll be awaiting Connetquot Sayville tomorrow morning for what should be an exciting affair between two tough rivals, as this one is floated wide of the net by John Jay. This one sent ahead. And almost another scoring opportunity succeeds for the Chiefs. That was William Walsh. He goes by Billiam on his social media pages. Thought I'd make a funny mention to that. Also, if you want to be politically correct, he also shares the same name as legendary 49ers head coach, the man that created the West Coast offense, Bill Walsh. Yuskovic able to spin away from the pressure as Walsh tries to get a hold of it and push it out of the zone. John Jay. Looked like they were going to get a penalty there, but neither official put their arm up in the air, and obviously to the chagrin of the Patriots, who are looking for something that could put them at an even playing field with the Chiefs, and now we get a whistle to stop play, and we'll see why this occurred, and it's a penalty against John Jay. No, East Islip. So they didn't get the call. So the play that happened before the call, they didn't get. However, they do get a power play out of it regardless, despite it not being the call that they initially wanted to get. So, John Jay with an opportunity to tie things up here in the first period, as that chance by, let me get the name here. That chance by Wicker got stopped by Panulo. One is sent wide of the cage, but it remains inside the Chiefs' territory. John Jay attempting to put home the equalizer and get to a better start compared to the last one. Everyone converging in the wall, around the half wall right there, as John Jay attempts to keep the possession inside the Chiefs zone. That one banked off Panulo, and it's John Jay who has trouble connecting right there, and that one almost resulted in Andrew Worst going the other way, shorthanded. Save made by Panulo that time against John Jay's Gary Tapsman. One is pushed wide of the net. John Jay with half a minute left on the man advantage to get something to go. However, here come the Chiefs. Thomas Ivers slamming on the brakes. Couldn't get it across, and he ran out of time as he We are back. We had a little bit of a technical issue, but that is all resolved. 1-0 the score. As John Jace tries to get one in the back of the nets in the late moments of the first. Frank Alessi back to retrieve it as he looks for a man to send the feed to. Sean Smith has to adjust and move to a different location to try to get a hold of that feed. Now here comes East Islip storming their way back towards John Jay's zone. Jacob Rami, the man with the only goal in this contest, is looking for another big moment. Here he comes. Rami driving into the net, and he couldn't put it home on the backhand that time. Close call right there for the goaltender of John Jay, Benko. This one couldn't be floated ahead. John Jay find themselves a little bit of a difficulty keeping East Islip away from scoring opportunities. John Jay, it seems like they were going to get some scoring opportunities off by the way of the amount of time they spent inside the zone. And here they come back in familiar territory. This one skittered into the corner, but couldn't be put home. John Jay remains put inside Chiefs territory. Centering chance wouldn't go that time right there for John Jay. And here come the Chiefs going the other way. Trahey scores. Two 2-0 East Islip. Chris Trahey. Ryan Clark picking up the apple for his buddy Trahey. Just like that, it's a 2-0 lead for East Islip in this matchup against John Jay. Yuskovic. Going to drop this one into the zone, back to receive it, try to make something happen for the Patriots is Wicker, as East Islip is preventing John Jay from doing that at the moment. However, here comes John Jay storming back into the zone, trying to wheel and deal his way to a goal. Was McLaughlin. Wicker punches it back in as McLaughlin tries to chase it down from Lena. East Islip. Perazzi. Magro. Able to get it back from June after he failed to dance around him. Now here comes John Jay's number 20, Anthony Lally. He couldn't get the shot off if he was knocked down. Back at the point, John Jay, defenseman number 27, Quinn McDonald. Oh, look out! Quinn McDonald gets his helmet knocked off on an open ice collision with the Chiefs player, and thankfully McDonald is up and okay. That happened so quick, you only had 2 words or maybe 3 to react to it. Natra. Coming in back in the zone. Slattery trying to fight off the stick checks as Thomas Ivers positions himself closer to Slattery as he looks to get a hold of the feed. Slattery. Natra. Slattery in front. Stopped that time by Benko. So it remains 2-0. in the final 50 seconds of the first period. Definitely a better showing in the first period for Jacob Banco in this contest versus the one against St. Anthony's. And we'll see if that upward trend continues into the second period, where it can possibly give the Patriots a spark on the offense. At the moment, there's some heavy battling in the corner boards, and now it's John Jay looking to erupt the other way. But play is stopped by Panulo. The East Islip Chiefs netminder standing tall as he has the advantage over his goalie counterpart Banco with the 2-0 lead. And the Chiefs will look to preserve that as they head on to the second. This one is punched forward, trying to get to it is Abrami. Abrami driving in, backhander, he scores. Deuces are wild for Jake Abrami, and it's 3-0. Same move that he tried to score on in the last offensive rush. This time gets the job done for East Islip. Penalty called here, and this time will be against John Jay. Again, East Islip getting another penalty. And it's James Sturrock who finds himself sitting in the sin bin. From the way it looked like with the player heading towards the bench, it looked like, just by the player's reaction on John Jay, it looks like he is the one that committed the penalty, but that is not the case, so I stand corrected. This one is centered in front and couldn't be jammed home right there that time. A close scoring opportunity almost goes for John Jay, and they'll just have to wait to get another shot in the second period. Chiefs up 3-0. Back for more very soon. Second period about to begin, as both teams have made their way back out to center ice to take the next face-off draw, which will kick off the second period of play. East Islip off to a great start, leading 3-0 over John Jay. Second period begins with East Islip gaining the zone, but Banco plays this one off the boards. Now we'll wait to see if John Jay can capitalize on their goalie's behalf. Going the other way, Trahey, save made by Banco, and he'll elect not to cover it up. Instead, he'll play it onto the stick of his teammate who carries this one forward. Now Wicker tries to corral it on his stick as he's being pinned up against the boards right there by Alessi. East Islip attempting to navigate away from the pressure that John Jay is trying to instill against them. Trahey able to flip this one far and deep back into John Jay's zone. However, it won't be touched up for icing as the official signaled no. John Jay. This one is feathered across, and it almost got slammed home right there by number 21, James Mangano. Ryan Clark could have knifed that one ahead to worst, and this allows John Jay to gain the zone again. Yuskovic puts a stop to that, using his big body to block the shot opportunity. Here comes Andrew Wurst, trying to bounce off the check that he was dealing with as John Jay tries to get on the board here. This one is sent across, and it's picked off by Alessi. And Alessi is able to absorb that hit thrown by Anthony Lally. Again, McLaughlin spikes this one back into Chiefs zone. Alessi retrieving it. Matthew Brody. Alessi pinching in there to try to get a hold of the puck. Magro. Ferrazzi. Wurst. Andrew Wurst. As this one is pushed out and back into the Chiefs zone. Brody recollecting it for East Islip. Lena tried to feather that one onto the stick of Magro to no avail as it's relinquished back into the hands of the Chiefs. Brody backpedaling as he looks for a man open. He sends it across off the boards. Lena tries to play it as John Jay is able to close the gap and keep it inside the Chiefs zone. John Jay just misfiring right there was Serbo. Another chance and another miss attempt for the Patriots. Serbo. Is okay as he took a bad spill right there, but fortunately for him, he is up on his skates without any further damage done to him. Although it seemed like Serbo was going to stay out on the ice, it looks to be because of concussion protocol that had to come off the playing surface and head to the bench to make sure that he was A-OK. I'm sure the case is good for Serbo, as just by clear indication that he was already up and back on his skates, back on his feet. Yuskovic tried to get it onto the stick of Riolo, and now Smith gets a hold of it. Smith plays it to Abrami. Abrami with 2 goals tonight. He's looking to add another one on his scoring resume. Been dominant throughout the season for East Islip, and I'll get you that stats in a few moments. Meanwhile, John Jay is trying to work the Chiefs zone, but East Islip is doing an admirable job at canceling all their opportunities out. As this one almost finds the body of Panula, but luckily a stick was in front to stop it from going towards the goal, and icing is called, which will lead to another draw. And about Jacob Rami in his 18 games during his farewell season, he scored 7 goals and collected 11 points, so he was obviously faced with a bigger role compared to his previous seasons. Him and Alessi taking over as the captains of the East Islip Chiefs varsity squad after a few of the longtime members went on to graduate and ended their high school playing careers. Anatra. One player you'll see for many years to come wearing the red and black. Only a freshman. And we've seen something like that before with the Chiefs. A freshman playing all 4 years of varsity hockey. Save made that time by Jacob Banco on Anatra. Ryan Anatra, 18 games played, and through those 18 games, he scored 11 goals and collected a team-high 24 points. If you're wondering who has the most goals for the Chiefs, well, you're looking at his line mate, Thomas Ivers, with 13 of them, which coincidentally matches the number he wears on the back of his jersey. Chris Tree, one of the goal scorers tonight. Trying to make another impact for his team. Magro in front. Save, rebound, score. Billiam Walsh. 4-0 Chiefs. William Walsh picking up his first goal of the tournament, and obviously a big moment for the young senior graduates as he finished the season with 2 goals and 3 assists. As he plays a very strong physical role on the back end for the Chiefs squad, as that's definitely a different sight for the young Walsh. This one attempted to be feathered out by the Patriots. They have trouble getting tied up in between some of the Chiefs players. Drive from the point by Brody, and it reached the goal, but it couldn't be put home. 9.5 to go here in the second. Walsh. Centering chance, Clark couldn't put it home right there. John Jay going the other way. OSC. Got muscled into the end boards right there. Walsh. Got it onto the stick of Alessi. Alessi pushing it forward, but Walsh couldn't flex through the pressure, or flex ahead in this case. Alessi, Clark, tossed further down, but this will be played on the stick of Benko, and he tried to set up another rush for his team, and instead it's Ferrazzi and the Chiefs who gain more zone entry. Alessi adjusting to a different location to make the keep. Here comes Alessi going on an adventure as a delay penalty is called here. Score! Big drive from the point, and the Chiefs are up by 5. Another one. East Islip making it 6-0. Andrew Worst is Andrew Best. Newell tried to close the gap right there as Magro is able to pinch this one ahead. And here comes Ferrazzi, almost getting the job done there. This one is still being played inside the zone, and this will draw a penalty, and it goes against John Jay this time, we presume. Survey says.
Oh, the chicken parm. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
John Jay. If you're counting how many times I've gotten the penalty box predictions, I've gone 1 for 3, so thank you for playing along. John Jay trying to advance the other way. Yuskovic motoring ahead, and Smith can keep the puck in the zone right there that time. Panula. Brahmi. Brahmi on goal, and that chance got denied there. Brahmi actually 1 goal away from capping off a hat trick, or capping off this game with a hat trick, and better said than done. It could happen in this period, or even the early moments of the third, as East Islip continues to trend upward. Up 6-0 over John Jay. Watch out there. Ferrazzi, Alessi tried to get a hold of the possession. Now it's Slattery who contains the puck. Here's Alessi with it again. Another penalty going here against John Jay as Jack Panulo races off to the bench. And it's touched up to end play. Saw one of the Chiefs go down right in front of the penalty boards. And we had to take a guess that it was frustration being shown by John Jay as they will undoubtedly be heading into the third period with a major task in front of them, which is to climb all the way back in this one. And East Islip has just been showing their dominance. Now they're looking to add another one right here on the power play. Around the boards, didn't make it fully around back to the top where Alessi is positioned. Brody has it with a chance, and he just misfires. Kept alive at the point by Alessi, and it got deflected into a different direction as Brody plays it back to Walsh. Walsh with a goal under his belt tonight. Fires a shot, and that time it got blocked off the pad of Benko. Alessi growling it on his stick as he makes his way down low. Alessi back to the point. Brody one-timer, save, Benko, rebound, covered up. 4.5 to go. The man that committed the penalty, the latest one for John Jay, was James Mangano, and he'll be returning to play in the next 50 seconds or possibly less if East Islip can convert before the penalty expires. Garazi couldn't lay that one across, and instead this will be a chance for John Jay on a short-handed opportunity. Save made by Jack Panulo, and now we'll see what the repercussions will be here, and it's a hooking call, so it's James Sturrock who heads off to the penalty bench as he gets escorted to the sin bin by the official. May have been the biggest scoring opportunity so far since the early moments of the first by John Jay. As they came close many times in the zone. And East Islip was only up by 3 near the end of the first. Well, this little nifty maneuver. Very innovative play right there, almost. Executed perfectly by Gary Passman. 3.5 remaining here in the second. Offside's called. Floats this one back into John Jay's zone, and looking to reset cleanly is Quinn McDonald, who is showing no signs of weakness or pain whatsoever after being on the receiving end of a big collision in the neutral zone. Dominic Magro put to a halt right there on the good back check and play by John Jay's defenseman. This one is led ahead by the Patriots, and it's sent around the boards. Elena will try to get a hold of it. Coming into the picture is Wicker as we have a 4-man scrum with everyone trying to joust away and dig the loose puck free. And this will stop play as the referees deemed there was not going to be a break-in of the puck coming out of that scrum. So it results in a face-off draw with 2.5 to go here in the second. John Jay. Centering chance winning go right there. Islip is able to push out and advance the other way. Smith couldn't dangle his way past the defense right there. And Smith was taken to task heavily by number 13, Eric Hoyce, or so he thought, as he got everything but Sean Smith on that hit attempt. John Jay. Working the zone, and that was a close call right there by Panullo on that little heave from the corner by Brady June. Sean Smith. That belted into the glass right there as Abrami tries to get physical down low. Here's Lena. He tosses this one into the end boards. Gathering it again for John Jay, Eric Hoyce. Hoyce having trouble advancing out of the zone. He throws the big body against Smith, and Smith will head off to the bench for a line change. John Jay pushing the other way. Save made by Panullo. As this is wrapped around the boards but not fully out. John Jay able to make the keep, but it's in the hands of the wrong man. Frank Alessi, and the Brahmi got it ahead to that man, Clark. Clark driven aggressively into the boards right there, and this will result in another penalty against John Jay. And East Islip will return to the power play with about 40 seconds to go here in the second, and we presume this will carry over to the third if they do not execute perfectly on this power play opportunity. Brody. This one didn't reach the net right there as he got tied up with a John Jay player. East Islip tried to get closer to the goal after the first missed attempt. And here come the Patriots storming back in the zone. That one couldn't be led into the slot. 15 seconds. And this will do it for two. East Islip in front, 6-0, as we'll take 12 minutes of break time, as will both of these squads, before we get these final 17 minutes of play underway. 6-0 the score. Intermission has just begun. See you very soon. For now, say hello to the Zamboni. Bye-bye for now. The East Islip Chiefs have returned to the ice as we gear up for the final 17 minutes of play. And here come the John Jay Patriots, who have struggled for most of this contest, failing to execute and getting pucks in deep. And here we go, John Jay Patriots. Make their way onto the playing surface as both teams will engage in this rest of the battle, or will, for the rest of the time, will engage in this battle, and this will all set the stage up. This will all set the stage for day 2 of the tournament, and this is what the match card looks like for tomorrow, beginning at 8 a.m. Eastern. The Arlington Admirals, who got the win over Connecticut-Sayville, will take on FDR. Second game, Connecticut-Sayville versus Kings Park Comac, followed by East Islip taking on St. Anthony's. And afterwards, John Jay meets Northport Huntington, followed by Kings Park Comac clashing with Arlington. And the nightcap is a showdown between FDR and Connecticut-Sayville. And we'll have every single game right here on the one and only LI Sports Network. John Jay with control of it inside the neutral zone as this one is sent in around the boards. Trying to get a hold of it is Mangano. Mangano got run into behind the goal by Brody as East Islip tries to power through the other way, and they go arms up in the air as Jack Panula will race to the bench for the extra attacker, and this will be another penalty going here against John Jay. So the penalty woes have not died down one bit for the Patriots as East Islip continues to torment this John Jay squad, and the latest man to head to the penalty box for the Patriots will be number 91, Gary Tafsman. And he joins Sean Wright, who still has a minute and a half left of time in the sin bin. Sturrock misfires on that chance. Magro picks it up in the corner, and then got back to Yuskovic, who sends a shot on net, but it was stopped that time by Banco. John Jay getting a clear out of it right there from number 27, Donalds. As East Islip will regroup and get back into familiar territories. This one almost skipped out of play off the stick of Barazzi. And here's Andrew Wurst, one of the goal scorers for the Chiefs tonight. This one's almost carried past Banco and is able to make the stop. Dominic Magro was positioned in there looking for a goal. Wait to see if he has a shot at putting one home before this one is all said and done. Ryan Clark on the draw against Wicker as East Islip is able to push this one in deep. Almost took a bad bounce back in front. East Islip tries to execute on another power play opportunity, and here's a steal, and now the only question is, can Wright get to it before his opponent? No, he cannot. So Wright serves the penalty, and now it's up to John Jay to just try to kill off the remaining 40 seconds to the penalty against Tapsman. Wright able to squeeze away from Sturrock. So he thought as he got smushed into the glass right there. East Islip. Bouncing it around amongst each other as this couldn't be pushed forward. Right. Will float it back into the end boards. Yuskovic will regather it for the Chiefs as John Jay goes for a line change, and it comes at the right time as they get the extra attacker out on the ice to make this an even playing field once again. And that man that returns to the ice, Frank Lacerbo. So we have a conference brewing in the end boards. Lacerbo making his presence felt in that little scrum for the loose puck, as everyone is going the other way now with East Islip making their presence felt down low again. Abrami laid the hit down low. Chance by Smith, and this one popped over the net as Alessi. Oh, and that one almost took a bad bounce in front. Alessi again with that try, wouldn't go. Steal by Abrami, and he couldn't get the job done there. Abrami still looking for that hat trick that would cap off a mighty performance here tonight against John Jay, as the Chiefs look for some really good energy going into their early morning matchup against Nequot-Sayville tomorrow. And it will be a good game. The two teams had some really exciting battles. First game saw Nequot-Sayville just fall short of a goal to East Islip. After the Chiefs led 3-0, Nequot-Sayville changed the story in a matter of moments, almost sending it into the deep night, while East Islip prevailed in that game. The second time around, it was just another chapter that succeeded in the revenge tour for the Thunderbirds, as they got the victory powered by a game winner from Mateo Marchesi and an empty netter by Kenny Correo. And we'll wait to see what the rubber match has in store for tomorrow, with more implications on the line. And actually, I wouldn't say this is a rubber match. The rubber match was already taking place in the quarterfinals. Nequot-Sayville prevailed over East Islip, winning 2-0, led by a shutout from Joseph Walsh and one of the goal scorers, Colin Bizel. Just under 12 minutes to go here in the third. I have to make a small correction. It's East Islip versus St. Anthony's tomorrow, so this would definitely give East Islip some momentum going up a team that they have some success against in the Friars. So either way, it's going to be a really interesting game. And that will be the same will be said between Nequot-Sayville and Kings Park Comac. So those are the games to look out for tomorrow right here on the LI Sports Network, and we'll have it all covered. Thomas Ivers just misses on that scoring opportunity. He put one home in the early game against Northport Huntington, and that one was settled in sudden death with the Tigers coming out with the victory on the game winner by Michael Meyer. Northport Huntington continued their dominance just an hour ago or so, beating St. Anthony's in another statement victory. That's back-to-back statement victories for the Tigers as they piled on goals. Every goal scorer had a pair of goals in that contest between St. Anthony's and Northport Huntington. Derek Magkoltz, Carmine Patelli, and Blake Hansen, who may have scored the best goal out of all the goal scorers. I'm not to downplay Carmine Patelli's lethal wrister that went top shelf, but you're not going to you can't ignore the backhanded goal by Blake Hansen. That was just so good. Here's Andrew Wurst, as this one is floated off the glass, but it remains in play inside the back end. Barazzi. Another chance. Oh, and this one got hit off the body of one of the John Jay players. Luckily, he's okay. That was Eric Coyce. Coyce with it on his stick, and he'll take it back into the neutral zone. Eric Coyce trying to drive wide past Alessi, and he got smashed into the boards right there. Coyce trying to give it back to Frank Alessi, and it was James Sturrock who got a little too aggressive as he came late into the picture to try to throw the hit. And so East Islip finds themselves back on the penalty kill. And so John Jay will get the benefit of the doubt for drawing the call. So a goal and a penalty for Sturrock, as East Islip will look to kill off the 2 minutes. And Jacob Rami heads to the bench. And so John Jay begins the power play here. Score! The Patriots finally get on the board, and the goal is put home by Gary Tafsman, 6-1. The alternate captain showed no mercy there to Jack Panula with that tantalizing wrister through traffic. And it gets the best of the East Islip Chiefs netminder, who will not walk away with another shutout under his belt. And he led the team in that department, picking up more shutouts than Steven Squillante. Not to downplay the excellence that Squillante presents when he's in net, but that's just what the stats show. And Jack Panula had more shutouts than him, and obviously that's not going to be the case tonight. He will not get the shutouts. However, we'll see how the rest of this contest goes. John Jay trying to change the narrative. They get a goal right here, which is something that they didn't have the luxury of obtaining against St. Anthony's. So obviously a different story than what we saw this morning with St. Anthony's unloading on John Jay. And here comes Tafsman again, almost getting another one as he tried to advance towards the goal. And John Jay will attempt to reset it. Picked off. Walsh almost centered that perfectly on the stick of Anatra. McDonald tried to sidestep away from Alessi, and now here comes John Jay back in the zone. One player, number 20, Anthony Lowey, had trouble navigating through, and then Jacob Rami and Sean Smith inadvertently collide with each other, and this allows Lowey to gain the zone with a chance on goal, and he stops right there by Panulo, who holds up. Six of those 17 shots have gone in for East Islip here tonight against John Jay. And John Jay, despite the score, has put up some good quality opportunities to get one past Canulo. They finally did with the goal by Tapsman, and they have 16 shots on net recorded so far this contest. Hard hit thrown right there by Frank Alessi, and this will earn him a trip to the sin bin. 2 minutes for getting too aggressive. Frank Alessi was obviously displeased with the call right there, but it doesn't change the fact that John Jay will remain on the power play as they'll look to continue the positive trend as they converted on the last man advantage. Is this one got deflected out of play and it goes into the stands, and we've got a few youngsters in the crowd tonight, and they'll run over and pick up that loose puck and take it home as a souvenir. So yeah, that's a good night for the kids right there. They have a good crowd involved for a lot of these teams that made the trip up here in Saugerties. Friends, loved ones, siblings, parents, you name it, they're here. You see it all over the place. Some good energy, and that's what you need to spark that intensity in your team. A team needs its crowd to be around them at all times. You need to bounce off that energy. If there's one crowd that has, well, first off, we're getting a penalty here. It's 2 in the box for the Chiefs as Andrew Wurst joins Frank Alessi in the sin bin. Well, I wanted to say this. Everything has gone right for East Islip so far, and now the question is, can they continue that trend when they take on St. Anthony's tomorrow? Unlike the first matchup against St. Anthony's, this will be obviously in a different environment with a lot more pressure on their shoulders. State championship tournament, and it's not a regular season tournament where we saw a packed house fill up the building for a regular season game, no less. So, and East Islip, they fed off that energy and they pulled off the upset win to open the year up, and they went on a 3-game rampage of just looking so unstoppable up until they lost to Smithtown. And right now, East Islip, they're still bestowing some of that dominance here, despite their crazy crowd, fans, and fan base not being here. And how we miss those crazy fans. There's not enough words to explain how much we miss that atmosphere. Me and Jack almost got hit with a water bottle, but make no mistake, we want that feeling all over again. Those were some good times. And that chance almost got put home right there by John Jay. They got a 5-on-3 opportunity, which is a big chance here. Although now, and here we go again. I don't think I've seen this before. 1, 2, and here comes Sean Smith to make it a 3. So, despite a third player getting called for the penalty, it's not going to be a 5-on-2 because that's just not the rules. So this is just going to be an extended power play for the time being. Big opportunity for John Jay to execute on these multiple chances. However, time says otherwise. Jacob Rami for the hat trick. Just missed. Had the chance. Banco sauces this one ahead. Wicker got onto the stick of Tafsman. Tafsman slamming on the brakes, observing, feeds it across. Wicker just sending that one wide. Tafsman again, picking it up in the corner. Tafsman with a chance on goal, stopped by Punulo, and it goes for another clear by the Chiefs with under 5 to go. And Gano gets it back onto the stick of Tafsman. Tafsman drops it back to Mangano, who then returns the feed to Tafsman, but it couldn't be received well, and they'll go for a clear as it was able to skip over the line, which benefits the Chiefs. However, John Jay resets quickly. McDonald at the top, firing. Head save again right there by Panulo. McDonald takes the drive. One-timer. Mangano couldn't connect right there. One man comes out of the box, and that was Andrew Wurst. Fed across, and again, John Jay continues to work the zone. Nice feed right there by McDonald. But the Patriots continue to have a difficult time inside the zone trying to convert on this power play opportunity. Another chance, misses the net and inadvertently pushes the Patriots out of the zone. Mangano floats this one off the boards, got it onto the stick of Chaos. Wicker fended off right there by Panulo. Eric Coyce, in this case, number 13. And June trying to get a hold of it. June again. Couldn't get there as this one was flipped back into the deep ends where it's John Jay who throws it back towards the other end, and it'll go for icing. 3 minutes to go. East Islip ahead by 5. Entered the period up 6-0 until John Jay got one to go in the back of the net, courtesy of a power play tally by number 91, Gary Tafsman. Off the draw, East Islip. Possible breakdown here, but the Chiefs get back to cancel the opportunity out against the Patriots. Pushing the other way, Ryan Clark and East Islip back in the zone. Clark presses his man against the board. Smith in tight, trying to stuff it home to no avail, as this one is wrapped around the boards, but it doesn't make its way out. Another chance, and that one almost caromed inadvertently into the goal. Some friendly fire almost coming into effect right there. Save made, that time by Banco to deny Clark of the scoring opportunity. Trahey couldn't get there first. 2 minutes to go. Clark continuing the battle away. Now he attempts to kick it onto the stick of Smith, and Smith finds himself in a tough position. Lena got it to Alessi. Alessi pulls back, firing a shot as Smith made contact in front with Banco. Smith in the corner boards, being hounded right there by one of the John Jay players, Sean Wright, as there's Lawrence Lena throwing the heavy body check against his opponent. John Jay almost capitalizing right there as we approach the final minute of play for this contest. Lena pushed into the boards. Chris Trahey denied that time by Banco. Final minute of play commences. Ivers in front. Save made by Banco, who holds up. Abrami just missed that opportunity right there. Going the other way, John Jay. Powering through. McLaughlin couldn't pull the trigger that time. East Islip trying to jump on the possession. Ivers commits the turnover. Nasra just misfired there. A mighty bounce back for the East Islip Chiefs as Jack Panulo gets the victory over the Patriots. 6-1. 2 goals by Jake Abrami and a few more goal scorers did the job to get the win. And after 12 hours, you know what? I'm going to use the old Titanic meme. And after 85 years, well, because we've been here since 7 a.m., so it's been a long, long time, and we went through a lot of different things, we experienced a lot of different things today, so all we can say is this has been a blessing, and we're ready to sign off and gear up for tomorrow morning, where we'll be back for day 2 of the New York State Amateur Hockey Association High School Club Tournament. And our marathon will begin at 8 a.m. with Arlington taking on FDR. And we'll have the action right here on LI Sports Network. Mike Calandra, Vinny Matula, Dylan Flynn, Mike Brown, Nick Quinn. And thank you all for watching, tuning in. If you're here at the rink, get home safe. If you're home, good night, goodbye. See you tomorrow morning.